It's your boy X from Let Me Smash Gaming, and I'm going to be responding to a tweet longer by ScarmBG. Before I start, I want to make it perfectly clear that 95% of everything he said is true. There's a lot of statements that he has posted, such as Marth sour spots are unsafer on Shield, or Marth gets less reward on Shield, and he starts proving these misconceptions wrong. I remember back when I first started doing Marth videos back in January, I had a lot of these opinions that weren't true because I didn't dig deep enough when I played Marth. But after labbing and dissecting Marth, I agree with literally 95% of everything he says. He says Marth gets less rewards on sour spots, and he says that is completely false. At low mid percents, true at high percents except for down tilt. Marth's sour spots play a key role in his advantage state and extending combos, creating tech chases, and setting scenarios where their opponent is too far away to retaliate. So on and so on. He says that people say that Marth has weaker up-close punishes, Read Above All as well as Dolphin Slash being a universally strong option and Dancing Blade being most effective up close. I'm gonna say I agree with that like 90%. Personally, I think Dolphin Slash out of Shield is good. It's good, right? But it's not as good as we're making it out to seem. It is very punishable. People can bait it out, and now what's going to happen if you're at 80%, but you up B someone and now they're shielding? Now you're kind of in trouble because they baited that out. Dancing Blade being a good up close out of shield option, that could actually be really good once you mastered Dancing Blade. So I'm not gonna say that's wrong. He says Marth struggles at killing. He then says so does Lucina, and honestly like 90% of the ultimate top tiers if they're unable to get their win condition. He says I've lost count of the times I've seen people survive up to 200 in this game. He says Marth sours suck at killing, sure, but tippers are good at it, and sours can set up confirms into them. It's not rocket science. I agree with that. Marth can set up sour spots into kill confirms. So this is where I start to like differ in my opinions. All right. He says, with that out of the way, here's the key reason why Marth and Lucina are, in my eyes, equal character. They just share the same advantage while also sharing the same weaknesses. I disagree with that. Their overall playstyle is the same. I extremely disagree with that. Their shield safety is identical. It's arguable. The way they play matchups is identical. No, it's not. The characters have only slight differences in their punish game, mainly Lucina having a better time anti-airing and edge guarding at high percent, 115, due to the monstrosity of bear she has, as well as having a potent frame 10 kill option that catches any sort of jump, as well as being a great whiff punisher and punish tool. Marth, on the other hand, has more tech chase situations at wide range of percent with multitude of ways to set them up: jab 2, nair, fair, bear, tipper, dare, tipper, down tilt, sour spot, F tilt, sour spot, down tilt. More opportunities at mid percent hard punishes because of it, uses platforms better thanks to them extending tech chase opportunities and spacing for tipper, F tilt, F smash, up smash, or up tilt automatically. Has a better F tilt, down tilt, fair, nair due to ease of tippering, sour setups, and much better tip reward. He has more opportunities of forcing crucial mistakes while capitalizing harder on them, basically in exchange of worse single hit reward. Alright, so as I'm reading this, he's already proven himself wrong. He says that Lucina and Marth have identical playstyles, yet he brings up key differences in their playstyles. That is the big problem that I have. I'm not trying to say that he is wrong because, you know, they have the same frame data in terms of when their moves come out, same amount of end lag. But when you start telling people that they have the same play style, but then bring up key differences in their play styles, do you see where that kind of becomes misleading? I personally have always felt, and a lot of the Marth mains in my subscription all feel, that Marth needs to be grounded. I am going to give you a big reason why Marth should be a little bit more grounded than Lucina. Now, Marth's best killing option is his F tilt. His bear kills at 110% tipper, not to mention that it kills like around the 150, 160 sour spot. Fair kills at 130% tipper, 180, 190 sour spot. And his F tilt kills at 97 tippered, 200 if sour spot. Why am I going to stop using my best punish tool? Because I decide to want to be a little bit more aerial based. You can be more aerial based. You can have your aerials work for you against certain characters. F tilt is a great way to anti-air if you space F tilt, it's like really safe. Like not the safest option like from any other character, but for like Marth, if you get that space, you're not really going to get punished super easy. He also mentioned that they play the same with different characters. That is completely false. I'm going to be telling you right now, Lucina has a way easier time fighting heavyweights, way easier time fighting characters like Pikachu and Pichu, because it's a lot harder to space against them when it comes to Marth. So getting a raw hit by the whole sword with like Lucina is more beneficial than trying to space against a Pikachu and Pichu. Just now I was mainly referring to Pikachu, Pichu playing against them because they're so fast and small, and their up B like takes them literally everywhere, that it's not that easy to get the tipper against those certain characters. And for the case of heavyweights, if your F tilt kills a middleweight at 200, what percent do you think his sour spot is going to kill a heavyweight? I did notice that getting a tipper dancing blade on bigger, heavier characters is a lot easier than it is against smaller characters, so that's one thing that's different. That's like small little differences against characters between Marth and Lucina. Lucina has those raw hits. Yeah, maybe she won't kill that early against a heavyweight, but she's going to get the kill a lot easier than, you know, a Marth can. And I face a lot of Pikachus in bracket and in tournament, and let me tell you, it's not the most fun matchup for me personally. So yeah, they don't play the same against a lot of characters. Like a character like Mario, Marth is going to have a way easier time spacing and tipping because of the reward. Yeah, you can do it with Lucina, but the reward is going to be way more greater for Marth than it is Lucina. So you kind of see where their playstyles do differ. Like, I know they're echoes, but that doesn't mean they have the same playstyle. Peach and Daisy are the exact same, so what you said is more true for them than it is for Marth and Lucina. Now, am I saying it's impossible? No, but you're going to have an easier time playing against a Pikachu, Pichu, or heavyweights with Lucina, because Lucina doesn't have to worry about the spacing. The only way she has to worry about spacing is being safer on shield by like spacing your aerials on that. Again, I love the fact that we have Marths trying to push his meta. You know, it's like tomatoes. You know, I've always said that you have to be grounded, but lately I've also said that you can play Marth the way you want to play, because if you've mastered spacing, then by all means go for your aerials. But you cannot tell me that Marth and Lucina play the same. When I try to go for a raw back air, Lucina has a better chance of killing because her bair kills at what, 115, 120%? And she doesn't need a space or need to think about spacing as much as a Marth does, because if I accidentally get a sour spot bair and they're at 110, 115, they're not going to die, but they're more likely to die if they get hit by Lucina's bair. I'm not saying that they have exponentially different playstyles, because that would be false. I'm saying that the way Marth is made with his sour spots, he doesn't play exactly the same as Lucina, and he also mentioned key differences in their playstyles. So you know what I'm trying to say? It's not disrespecting the player. It's not. You know, I agree with literally 95% of what he said. And I even told him in the Twitter thing, like, hey man, I'd rather respond to you in video, because I don't want to make it seem like this is a negative comment or negative replies, because at the end of the day, I am extremely happy that he had a whole bunch of Marths put in some input talking about, hey, Marth can also do this, and they were teaching me things that I didn't know Marth can do, and that's what I love. This is why I love Marth mains, because regardless if we have different opinions, we are still able to exchange information and respect each other. I really hope that whoever was in the comment section in the Twitter longer didn't take whatever I was saying as a negative backlash, because it wasn't. You guys gave me another topic to talk about, and I cannot appreciate that enough. I really do appreciate everything Scarm has said. If you guys want to see the tweet longer, I'll put it in the description. He myth busted a lot of stuff. I see where he's coming from for most of his arguments. It's just the part where, you know, he talks about them having the same playstyle. That couldn't be further from the truth. You know, a grounded Marth is more ideal. You could even see it in my matches against Mono where he was bodying me. Like, he was using this F tilt like crazy. I thought I was good with F tilt, but then Mono was like, nah, man, listen, I'm gonna show you that real F tilt. And I'm like, is this the power of foreign Marth players? And like, man, like, you know, we hold the L's, but we get better from it. Like, trust me, I've been hitting that lab to get away from my habits and stuff, and it's paying off. I'm going to a tournament tomorrow. Can't wait. I'm going to a tournament Wednesday. Can't wait. Yeah, guys, like, I really hope Skarm, is that his name? Let me check. Skarm VG, don't take anything of what I said the wrong way, because it's not. I'm really happy that we were able to have a nice discussion. I'm happy I was able to make a video so I could elaborate a little bit further. But like I said before, those few little bullet points that you put, I couldn't agree with. You know, Marth cannot play exactly like Lucina, because then you're basically saying that when you go for up tilt up air, you don't have to space with your double jumps. You don't really have to like find the appropriate spacing when it comes to those confirms. You really need to, like, not you personally, but like as a player, when you use your up air, you have two different heights. Well, multiple different heights. I would say 3 key heights: the middle, the front, and the back. And you got to use those interchangeably so that way you can consistently land that up tilt. I mean, that up air. You know, Marth has kill confirms as early as like 30-40% with his aerials to F smash. Lucina does not have that. If you play Lucina grounded, yeah, you can F tilt, right? Yeah, Lucina has the same F tilt in terms of like frame data, but it's not a threat if I'm using F tilt at the ledge. If they're like at 110 and I F tilt a ledge trap with Lucina, they're not going to die until 135, 140. So do you see like these little small differences? It really changes the way they play. On average, Lucina is a better edge guarder than Marth. But if Marth gets the tipper, hypothetically, he's a lot better if he gets those tippers consistently. Ledge trapping, Marth, if you space correctly, Marth has way better ledge trapping than Lucina. With that F smash and that F tilt. But forward smash, by no doubt that Lucina's F smash is different. Like, you can literally use it more of an auto shield option than Marth can, because she doesn't have to worry about that tipper. And it's true, Lucina doesn't always kill, but if you know you're like at 150, 160, then you're most likely gonna get a kill from a raw hit. Like with her aerials. So like, yeah, Lucina can play grounded, but her bread and butters are her aerials. Marth needs to rely more on his tech chasing with his tilts. Marth uses tech chasing with his Sour Spy aerials. I also had somebody else on my Twitter comment, well, they do play the same, but you know, then he tells me that another key difference in their aerials, and I'm just like, dude, you guys can't keep telling me that they play the same, and then you show me a key difference in their and how they use their aerials. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just one more thing, regardless if you agree with me or you agree with Skarm, please keep it respectful. If you agree with me, don't go attacking Skarm, because it's not an attack on Skarm. Like I said before, 95% of everything he said, he is correct. It's just those few key points that I didn't agree with. But this is a respectful response. This is not in any way, shape, or form being said with malice, and I hope everyone can respect that. So, guys, I hope y'all liked the video. This is your boy X from Let Me Smash Gaming. I mean, no harm, no disrespect. I really love the Marth community. We're getting together. We're talking about Marth, and we're having a good time. And I can't wait till I see Skarm, VG, and everybody else, every other Marth, just start winning more consistently. And I hope we can continue to have opinions about Marth, and we will continue to play and share information. Like, that's all this is about now. This is your boy X from Let Me Smash Gaming, and I'm out, shit.